Hi, welcome to Laura's Fundora. Today I'm going to show you how I made this Baby Yoda. So I've just been totally enjoying the Mandalorian show on Disney Plus. It's so awesome. It reminds me a lot of some classic movies that they just incorporated it with the Star Wars franchise. So when I was watching it, I'm like, oh, I have to make Baby Yoda. I have done something new. This video has expanded my talents. This is actually the first time I'm making a mold form out of a rubber mold mixture and some resin. First time doing both of that sort of thing. So I started by creating, carving and sculpting Yoda's head, Baby Yoda's head. And I realized when I was working on the head, I'm like, I can't make a perfect eyeball. So I thought I'll just use giant marbles, giant shooter marbles. So I just dug out 2 spots and put the marbles in there and then created the eyebrows and the nose, the cute little button nose, and the smile and the cheeks and the ears and stuff like that. Now, later I'll figure out that the ears I really didn't have to do because with a rubber mold, it's really hard to do thin. It's really hard to do thin stuff with resin. So really, I could have just done the face and the head and been good. Okay, so after I carve the head to the liking, to how I like it, I'm going to create a little case for it out of some hard plastic and just create 4 walls. And while I'm working with this rubber mold stuff, you must wear gloves. So I made sure there was no leaks or anything like that, and I wish later on, I should have done multiple layers, so small layers at a time, so it wouldn't just pool up flat in one area where I didn't need it, sort of thing. So I did 2 layers, and this was enough to get one face. This was enough to get one mold, a face out of it, but after I pulled it out, I realized I ripped some of the rubber off and I can't make any more baby faces, Baby Yoda. So if you're making this, do a little bit of rubber at a time and let it dry. It takes 24 hours to dry, and then do another layer and another layer, so it's not like in the Star Wars movie. Han Solo's frozen in the Star Wars movie. Oh man, the first episode of The Mandalorian, I thought he was gonna freeze Baby Yoda, and I was like, no! But I'm glad he didn't. It's, spoilers. Okay, so once it dries, you're gonna take out the clay mold very carefully, not to rip the rubber. Okay, then you're going to mix the resin material and pour it in. And this can get really, really messy really fast, but it's a good thing that it doesn't settle for, I think, 24 hours. So I could easily wipe the counter down and wash my gloves and stuff like that. Okay, so I actually ran out of resin, so I was able to only make half the head. So that's why there's a flat part on the back of the head of Yoda, Baby Yoda. But it's actually a positive. Like, at first I was like so bummed. I'm like, I don't have enough resin. And then I realized, actually, the ears didn't turn out. And I wanted to make the ears go up and down, so this is perfect. There's space enough to create the ears. So to redo the ears, you're just gonna wire some ears and then cover it with some bakeable clay. And Make sure there's extra wire on the ends so you can wrap it around a screw, 2 screws that I'm going to screw into the back of the head. Okay, so the clothing is pretty easy. I just used some felt and some fleece, some brown fleece. Just folded over some long pieces for his arms. Folded them over, sewed them down, left it open so that I could stuff it with some batting, and then the body was just kind of this triangle rhombus shape. Sewed all ends except for the head part. That's where I'm going to be able to stuff it and also glue the head on. And then you can add some white felt to it to add just another layer. Now the jacket, I just kind of folded it to where I wanted to shape around the body that I just made. Folded 2 pieces for the sleeve and made sure there was kind of some extra folds to create that image sort of thing. And then I cut 2 holes into the large piece where I wanted the hands to be and inserted and sewed around to create the sleeves. This way I can insert the hands and stuff like that. Okay, so for the ears, I'm going to cover it with this extra fabric that I have. Of course, I'm not going to do the scale fabric part. I'm just going to fold it over to the black part, and then I will be painting this black part green and all sorts of stuff like that. Hot glue it down. Make sure there's wire poking out on the ends so that you can make it into a puppet later. So, alright, so I'm gonna paint the face. I'm gonna paint it all black first, and then paint green, darker green, and then slowly lighter green, and make sure the wrinkles and stuff are all still kind of a black. Okay, so then after I've painted the ears also green, lighter green, set that aside, let it dry. I'm gonna screw in 2 screws in the back of the head, wrap the ears, the metal wire that was poking out in the ears around that screw. Then I'm going to get a strong, durable string and wrap it around the ear part, so when I pull the string, the ears will go up and down. And my hand will be able to fit in between the body and the jacket of Yoda. Okay, so once I'm done with all the painting of the hands and the head and inserting the ears and stuff, I'm going to hot glue them to the body. So the hands will be inserted into the felt arms and the head will be hot glued to the body, part of the body. Glued to the body. Glued to the top of the body. And that is how I made Baby Yoda. You can also hot glue some fabric on the back of the head to cover up your fingers moving up and down the ears sort of thing, and paint that green as well. And for extra, you can create a little soup cup, paint it out of clay, bake it, paint it black first, and then a dark brown. Let it dry, and voila, he's got a cute little cup to go with this puppet. Hey, thanks for watching. Please subscribe for more videos like this, and have a happy holidays.